From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A gain of 32 that time. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, he's got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. Pretty move. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. To the right side and complete to Washington. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. And Bullock will put this one through, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. A first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Dalton throwing on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunter. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is, but he eats up ground, and he usually goes up and gets it.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And shoving his way inside the 35.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
On the counter, here's Bell. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
First down, it's Rudolph. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 24. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. is able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Hey, get ready for something coming left.
3 down.
Lady!
And now to the air, Dalton. Throw left side complete. It's Hunter. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jordan Willis in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Brown, his first catch. It's a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A give to Bell. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Blue landing. Lucky 56.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. Second down, Dalton. Open man is Uzama. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Green's first catch of the game. Good for a 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Dalton on 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Eifert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
The point after is good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Switzer now to return. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rudolph on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now Rudolph. Man open left side is Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. First down now, but that clock rolling.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Rudolph on first down. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. How did he stay on his feet? Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom.
On first down, Rudolph. A screen to Bell. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Gone.
Rudolph going to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. A second quarter score from KC. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Rudolph throwing again. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Dalton now to pass. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And got his man complete. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left. And Dalton will just sneak it. And he's going to go down in the field of play. So they say no to the field goal try. And time has run out on this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's second down. Dalton looking. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 43.
All right, here we go.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Here's Rudolph now on second down. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Down to about the 22 here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Back to 89 Philly, here we go.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Rudolph looking to throw it. That's complete. It's Bell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Back to throw, Rudolph. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. He'll buy some time right. This is caught. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Go, on the ball. On the ball.
Got to be careful here, Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 21. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
And I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready. And they were, and they picked that one off.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
What we're seeing from the defense here is a group of guys bearing down, trying to help out their quarterback after he threw an interception. Good stops on the first 2 downs. It brings up a key 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2.
Detroit! Detroit!
Rudolph now to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Andy Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. With it is Brown. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. The give is to Bell. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. They'll run it with Bell. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Here's Rudolph. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Let's go. Boo,
Here's Bell. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Hot. Hot.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Hot.
On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. And this is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Rudolph. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And out now, here come the Bengals. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They pitch it out to Montgomery. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And Dalton to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Big fourth down here. It's Dalton being chased out left. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Still a lot that can happen, but you think they get points on this drive, even if it's just 3, should wrap this one up.
And you got to love their starting field position. So if you're the play caller right now, being on the plus side of the 50, you're thinking exactly what you're saying. Get 3, get out of here with at least that. But, hey, you might have a chance to put 6 on the board and really take control.
And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. This is Bell. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Bell. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover, because one more score, and this game's over.
Now Bell. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They come out here in the eye. Now Bell. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here.